Oh boy, it's time to get started on this day. It's first time going live, so we'll see how this goes. Got barking dogs and noises and everything else. Why is it there's always stuff in the bed of the truck? For moments you forget that even exists. Use my grandpa's steps. Some old. That's how things work these days. Hurts. So what are you guys up to this fine morning? I don't know how all this stuff works. We'll get it figured out, don't worry. So what I'm trying to do today, I need to get this thing all set up for the weekend. Wife's got a horse show going on. So I need to get it all set up for her so she can haul out. What's your guys' preferences on these things? Goosenecks, bumper pulls. I've had plenty of bumper pull trailers. And you know, I'm not a huge fan. Too much sway. Ever since I got this gooseneck, it's been a dream. This thing hauls amazing. I don't know about fifth wheels, stuff like that. I don't know really the difference on how well those tow compared to goosenecks. Some people's dogs. Sorry if the audio is screechy, I can't tell, because I can't hear any of the audio other than what's in my ears. Looks about right. So, my biggest dislike about having the tonneau cover and this gooseneck is that the ball is right in the center of the bed, and the tonneau cover completely blocks any sort of view of it. Even though I got the camera up there for the fifth wheel, it blocked everything. You can't see anything when you're backing up in here. It's almost like I need to put a camera up in there somewhere, or over here in the corner or somewhere. I can't see crap in there, so I got to do it the old blind man way. They do have these sticks you can stick up there, but I don't know if anybody noticed, but Ford has switched over to aluminum, so it doesn't stick very well on anything. I can't stick it on the corner over there, but this one is since past its life expectancy. So for the Mustang, this next video coming up, I cleared out some space and worked on the blazer flip so I could get that out of the way and get some money for Mustang build. What we're going to end up doing is we're going to end up yanking the engine out of it, like I was talking before, and seeing if there is really any problems. I'm hoping it's just clutch noise. The clutch is wasted on that thing, so we get it out and pull the pan off and see what's going on with that. If the engine's good, we'll likely stick with that 302 and try and figure out something not so spendy, kind of like a cheap build. Let's see what we can get in the quarter mile type thing and see if it's fun to drive, and then really go from there. We have a lot of people pushing for a 7.3 in there, and I'm not completely against it, other than they'll have to take out a second mortgage, but we'll see what pops up, what kind of deals come around. See how close I can't get this. That'll do. Problem with having big dogs and small dogs is I can see all the big dogs. Can't see the little dogs, and I forget that they're out there. Usually have to do this about 800 times because it's just such a weird angle. Oh! Bring it back a little bit. Has anybody else used one of these? Whether it be like the rubber one, I forget what the rubber one's called. It's kind of like a torsion bar style. But this thing is great. It's unbelievable how much of the shutter it takes out of it. This bag, though, I only put like 10 pounds in the bag. It's supposed to have like 3,000, I believe, pound weight. Can't remember exactly what it is, but it's quite a bit. I ended up having to put bags on this 250, but I only put like 10 pounds in here, and it's just enough for that back and forth braking, acceleration. It takes a lot of the pounds out of it too. This is the part where you always overshoot it. Back up like 2 inches and it's really a mile. Or only a ½ inch. Oh, I think we got it. Because I was live, that's why it worked out. Otherwise, I would have been out here for 25 minutes trying to get it lined up. So I'm not hooking everything all up yet. I'm just pulling it forward so I can get cleaned up. Right on, Kevin. I appreciate you, man. That's going straight into the Mustang, I guarantee it. If that's what it was for, if it was for Earl, I'll throw it into Earl. Just let me know. Either way, I'm game. Both of those vehicles I love. All right. So these things, they're a must-have out here in Arizona because the tires dry up so bad. But they create nice little houses for snakes and black widows and scorpions and everything else. So if you end up moving out here, decide to move out here, everything has something living under it. It's like Australia, apparently. Let's see what we got today. Oh, no critters. All right, that's a win. Called me a liar. It's alright. I haven't been stung by a scorpion or bit by a black widow ever in my life, so I'm excited that we get to continue that streak. Yeah. I think anything is actually more exciting than sitting at the MVD. You could probably tune into a baking show and be just as entertained. Alright, see ya. Get out of here. So, if anybody has Great Danes or thinks about getting Great Danes, you should know that they are always covered in each other's slobber. It's crazy. The whole inside of the house, you gotta clean it like every other couple days because they just sling it everywhere. Fish tank, walls, curtains, couches. I've had Great Danes greater portion of my life. These are the first ones. I think they have like different breeds that salivate and some don't or whatever. These ones, man, they slobber like crazy. It's insane. Especially this one. Yeah, you. Look at that. Look at it. It's just waiting to sling somewhere in the house on my face when I walk around. Somewhere. Where'd the little one go? Oh, there she is. Any of you guys got horses? The fox body is sitting at Feinberg's house by his shop, draining all of its life fluid onto the ground. Soon we'll fix that. Soon we'll figure out what's going on, and we'll give it a good run for its money until it gives up the ghost anyway. Anybody else have horses that has a trailer similar to this with the living quarters? It's one of the best investments I ever made. I actually prefer this to a toy hauler. It's for the, let me grab the keys, I'll show you the inside of this guy. Hey, how much snow did you guys get up there in Prescott? I was looking out here at the mountains. I can't really see them from my backyard, but like Four Peaks is way over there on the other side of those trees, and there was a bunch of snow up on the top of those mountains, so I'm sure you guys got all kinds of crap over to the west a little bit. Alright, so the cool thing about this, and the reason I like it over a toy hauler, is if I ever decide to get a golf cart or anything for when we go to the shows, the horse shows, or even a small side-by-side, like some sort of like rancher style utility. This all moves, like this tack room here, this whole section and this whole wall comes out and pulls away, and these separation gates come out, so all this space in here is good for whatever you want to park back here, four-wheelers, whatever. And it can carry the weight, because it's got to carry 3 fat-ass horses back here. But that's why I almost prefer this to a toy hauler. It doesn't really have the height of a toy hauler, but the deck is also much lower. I don't know, that's my preference, that's what I think of it. 1 to 3 feet, jeez. You know, I used to live up in Sholo for high school, and like 2 or 3 years after I got out of the Army. And I used to love when it would snow up there, because we would be driving into school and it would be a blizzard, and then we'd just decide to hang a left up towards Sunrise instead of going to school. I mean, school's good, kids. Don't ditch to go snowboarding. That's bad. But yeah, I used to love it with the snow. I also had a Bronco, so I got a kick out of dragging people out of ditches whenever it would snow. Oh. We don't have 3 horses right now. We only got 2, which is good enough for me right now. So we just keep, this is what they call the stud stall. They have this barrier on the bottom because studs are ornery and they like to kick and everything else. So they put that barrier on the bottom, and they call this one a stud stall. So we don't have a stud or a third hearse to put in here, so we use this for storage and or the dogs, because this door opens up into the bathroom. But since the dogs are kind of big to roll with us in the truck, they chill in the back of this thing. Sorry, the sun is glaring on it. Yeah, the K15, Broncos, anything like that, those are perfect for up in that area. Lots of fun, short wheelbase. What do I keep doing with the keys? Oh, here we go. Right. Actually, kind of makes me miss it. I've got some property up in Sholo, kind of between Pinedale and Shumway, in that area. And I need to go up there and start getting it set up so I can go camp and everything else. That's what I really miss, is doing like the dry camping. Not a huge fan of the like KOA camp spots and everything else where it's all regulated and there's Q-tips and old people everywhere. Who's from Sholo? Oh, I haven't heard of the name. Also, I'm really bad with names, so there's a good chance if I saw their face I would know. But it's been, the last time I lived up in Sholo, it's 2007. So it's been a hot minute since I've been up in Sholo. A lot of my friends and family are still up there. So this is the inside of this guy. Got the bed up over the top. I was kind of worried when we first got the gooseneck, because it was going to be a, I'm tall. And so like climbing into spaces, whereas a fifth wheel, you can actually walk up in there and you can stand in the top portion. I was kind of worried what it was going to be like for space up in here, but it's actually not bad. If you don't mind, like, there's the steps here, crawling up into that area. It's deep. You can fit a king up in the top here with no problem at all. And it's been great. The only thing that I didn't really like about this trailer, it is a 9-foot living quarters, what they call it, is there's no real table here for the sofa. It's a collapsible table that you can bring down and put here. But then you mostly use that for any of the dining space. That's really my only gripe. Beyond that, this thing has been awesome. As you can tell, my wife has put in her touches. She absolutely loves this thing. It's a little creepy, but she loves it. So I love it as well. This is that door into the stud stall. Alright, I'm getting distracted. I need to get this thing ready. Thank you, appreciate that. Oh yeah, that's a good point. We do actually eat outside. We flip out the plastic folding table and sit out underneath the cover most days. Thank you, see you later. Enjoy your time in Prescott. I need to go up there soon too. Another little quirk about this trailer is that the fridge takes a long time to get the gas, so you gotta give it a little help. Run the gas up through the stove first. See, like, it's already beeping saying that it's not getting anything. He'll follow me around all day. It's a pocket dog. It's good and bad. No, I'm not getting nothing. Maybe I didn't refill the tank. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, I hear you. I'm restarting. No? Still no? How about now? Well, thank you, Oscar. I appreciate it. I enjoy making them. That was one of the biggest drivers for actually starting the show. Was that I love to share the things that I do with other people, and I think the community is awesome. And you guys are all so receptive. And literally, I think I've only had one person comment on here that was kind of, for lack of better words, a douche. But really, I mean, everybody else is just great people. And that's what I love about going to the car shows too, is that lots of great people to surround yourself with. Lots and lots of knowledge too. Man, you guys have all kinds of cool tips and tricks and things that I would never even consider. Let's fill it up. Did it finally light? Yes. That one just likes to eat. It's friendly. He's not like come up to you friendly. He's kind of like a cat, I guess. He'll come up to you on his time. Oh, man. All right. Another unfortunate thing about Great Danes is that you will have a lot of them in your lifetime if you always get them. They just don't live very long. He's 5, and he's already gray like a grandpa. Just big, lovable animals. They just don't live very long. Another weird quirk about this trailer, since we're just doing a show about a trailer today, water tank is right here. Behind the radio, underneath this cabin. I don't know if you guys can see very well in here, but it's right down in there. And when it fills up, it kind of bulges this wall out and pushes it out. It's kind of a weird thing. And it's only like 15 gallons. But usually any of the arenas we go to for shows and stuff like that, they're all hookups anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. You can always carry more water on the back of the truck, I guess. Alright, so I got a question for you guys that are still on here. So while this is filling up with water, what's your thoughts on the LS stuff that we do? Like we put an LS in Oscar, our utility truck. That thing drives great. It has its issues. I think the tuning needs fixed a little bit, but we don't get a whole lot of viewership or feedback on the LS stuff, and there's a lot of cool projects that we could do with the LS stuff. Now, I promise you, I am not an LS guy, but there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do with that, and they do hold a lot of power, cheap power, so it's something to always consider when you're trying to make a project quickly and be competitive with stuff. So I'm just curious what you guys' thoughts on all that stuff is. And as I look through the top videos over the last like 48 hours or 28 days and stuff like that, none of the LS stuff is in there, so my viewership may have pushed over towards the Fox body and Ford style, which I'm cool with that. Cool with it. But I'm just curious what your guys' thoughts are on all that stuff, because I got a lot of plans for stuff that's getting LS's here this year. So. It always says that there's stuff in the black tank, and there never is. Or if that's just the doo-doo paper gets stuck over the sensor or something. What's your guys' techniques for these after you drain them? Throw in like 3 or 4 gallons, excuse me, and then it gets a little septic pod, or what do you guys do? I've heard some people, they'll put bleach in the gray tank and then some kind of weird homemade concoction for the stuff that goes in the black tank to keep it from smelling. We haven't had that issue with this trailer, but been staying on it with making sure it's clean and drained. All right. I'm going to continue getting this thing prepped, ready for the old lady for her show. I appreciate you guys that stuck around, and Kevin for the donation. You're awesome, man. I appreciate you. And also to the fella that was in the DMV. Where are we at? I'm scrolling through. Oh, Steve, I didn't know you were at the DMV. All right, yeah. Good luck, man. If you guys haven't checked out Tackett's House of Horsepower, he just picked up 2 Chevy Novas that were sitting in our backyard. You guys should definitely go check out those videos, because some of the stuff that comes out of his garage is insane, and it's clean. So these are definitely going to be good projects you should check out. Tackett, I wish you the best in the MBD. To everybody else, thank you for watching. Tune in for the next episode. It's going to be interesting as I struggle through trying to get that flip taken care of and sold. But thanks you guys. I'm gonna cut this live here and finish setting this thing up. See you later.